Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a soft pink makeup look using all easy to find makeup from the Dollar Tree. I had requests for this and thought it would be super fun. I will be using the LA Colors in Vogue palette that we used not too long ago, as well as, like I said, some other easy to find makeup from Dollar Tree. So of course, if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, I'm basically a bargain beauty channel. What I mean by that is I like to do a lot of the same fun content that other beauty channels do. I just like to try to keep it at the bargain price point. So the closer to $1, the better. So if it sounds like you're in the right place, I do hope you'll become part of our Dollar Diva family and community here on YouTube. As always, I'll have related content linked down below in the description box. That way you can binge watch more content like this. And without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. So for eyebrows, super easy to find, and I love these eyebrow pencils. It's just the LA Colors brow pencil. This one here is in dark brown, but they've got a few different shades. A lot of my, even though I'm blonde-ish now, I do have a lot of dark brown eyebrow pencils, and I still use them because I do like a darker brow, even when I'm blonde. Because, like, let's face it, we all know I'm not a natural blonde. So I really love these pencils. If you're new here, if you're not new here, then you've heard me say it a lot of times, but I love the LA Colors brow pencils. It's personally something I don't really feel you need to spend more money on. That's just in my opinion. I do like to splurge on things every now and again, but an eyebrow product is something I feel you can get at Dollar Tree, or even e.l.f. makes a really great brow pencil for not a lot of money at all. Now sometimes Dollar Tree, of course, their shade selection isn't the best, so if you need something in a better shade, you might need to spend a little bit more money. e.l.f., they have a pretty good shade selection of their brow pencils, and I think they're like $3. Sometimes Dollar Tree eye pencils can run a little bit warm. And I saw one of my Dollar Divas sent me a TikTok where apparently there is I don't know the brand, but there is a dupe for the Benefit Gimme Brow, like brow mascara, and now I'm dying to find it. And in this TikTok, the girl did a side-by-side, and it was actually better than the Benefit one. Okay, so now I'm going to clean up my brows. I'm trying to get rid of this. I've had this for a while, and it's almost gone. I've had this for a really long time, actually, y'all. It's the LA Colors Conceal and Correct. This is the one in yellow. It's not my favorite concealer in the world, but it is one of the better LA Colors ones, in my opinion. Now, I did see they have some new LA Colors foundation and concealers. They have like a pink cap. Now, I'm not sure if they're just the same formula as their other concealer and foundation, and they're just in different packaging, or if they are in fact different. I need to get to Dollar Tree. I might go on Monday and see if I can't find some of the new finds. I've also seen where there is, I'm just talking to you while I'm doing my brows, I hope you don't mind. I also saw where there is a new, I think it's Global Beauty Care, has some skincare out, like a new skincare line that is supposed to be dupes for Drunk Elephant. And they also have a rice water line. And I'm now going to be on the hunt for those as well. Let me know if you've found any of that stuff. There we go. Brows are cleaned up. Then I'm going to use my AOA Studio Shadow Primer. Eyeshadow primer is not something you can really find at the Dollar Tree very easily. So this one here from Shop Say is really pretty good. So this little palette here, the LA Colors in Vogue 12 pan palette, is wonderful. I recently did a look with this, and I did kind of a neutral look. Today I'm going to dig into some of these pinks right here and just try to get a little bit more of like a pinky mauve type of look. So I'm going to go all over my lid with the shade right here, that kind of really light taupe, and just lay this down as a base. So now I'm going to go into this shade right here and just start building the color up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a mauve-y tone. This is by far like my favorite LA Colors 12 pan palette. It's just, of course, it's a beautiful neutral color story. And you've got mattes and shimmers, whereas in the other ones, of course, you don't really have that. We've talked about this before. I know a lot of us A lot of you guys have commented and we've chatted back and forth about we wish they would reformulate all of their 12 pans, just like they did their 6 pans. But as of yet, we have not gotten that. There we go. That just gives us kind of a subtle mauve look. And then I'm trying to think, I want to deepen it up a little bit, and I'm trying to think of which shade I want to go into. I may go into that kind of charcoal shade right there and just get a little bit of a smoky look. I'm not afraid of this being too pigmented, so I think it's just going to get a very nice subtle effect. And versus going into brown, I think this one has a little bit of a cooler effect, which I think would be really nice for the mauve. There we go. Yeah, that is doing what I want. These really don't have a ton of fallout, and they're very, you know, they're not super pigmented, but they're buildable, you know, see? You just got this buildable color right here. This is a very beginner-friendly palette, in my opinion. So now we're going to start digging into some shimmers. So we've got 3 pinkish types of shimmers. That one there I'm going to save for the innermost part of my eye. But I think I'm going to go into that one right there. Kind of put that a little bit more in the middle. So let's get started. So I'm going to pack that onto my flat brush here. I'm going to spray with some setting spray. I think I'm going to take a little bit of this brown right here and just kind of blend that line a little bit. I just want to diffuse that line a little bit. I'm going in a little heavy-handed, so I've got some fallout happening, but that is okay. There we go. See, that kind of helped blend that line. So now I'm going to go into that light shade right there, that light shimmer shade. Kind of brighten up the inner part of my eye with that light shimmer. You know how I love to do that. Oh yeah. That's really pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna pause on the eyeshadow for right now. You know how we do, and I'm gonna move on, and then we'll come back and finish up the eyes. So for mascara, I'm gonna use the IONI Lengthening Mascara with fibers. Of course, you know, we know, I'm just gonna put a coat because I am gonna put false lashes on, but you know, we know mascara is not great at the Dollar Tree. They do have a lot to choose from, but not a lot of it's great. This is my favorite from there. I tend to see this pretty often, but most of what you're gonna see is gonna be LA Colors. And then I find these lashes pretty easy to find at Dollar Tree. They're the LA Colors DramataLash, and they've got several styles. I like the more dramatic ones, of course. These are in the style Dazzle. So I'm gonna apply these with some IONI Lash Glue and Liner in one. And I'm gonna do that off camera, but I will have my lash tutorial down below, beginner friendly, and there's 2 methods of putting on your lashes. And so if you want a good lash tutorial, definitely check that out. But I'm gonna put these on off camera and I will be right back. So lashes are on, I did trim them a little bit. And like I said, definitely check out that lash tutorial if you need a good lash tutorial. And now we're gonna move on to complexion, go back to the eyes, and finish with lips. So, because I am using a color corrector, I'm gonna put this on before my foundation. And of course, I'm just gonna go back into the LA Colors Conceal and Correct in yellow. And I do like this for covering up my dark circles. It does a really nice job. And we've talked about this before. They're just like their regular concealer that you find at the Dollar Tree. Now, this doesn't include anything you might find at like Dollar General or Family Dollar or like Five Below. But just like their Dollar Tree concealer is generally just not good, in my opinion. And I'm not even someone that needs a ton of coverage. I don't really expect a whole lot out of my concealer, and I don't find it to be very good. So if I do, now Be Pure, of course, makes a couple good ones. They're hydrating. They're essentially ageless is good. But then I like to just diffuse it down a little because why not? See, nice brightening effect. So definitely for sure, hands down, my favorite foundation formula from Dollar Tree is the Candy Moyo products, either the BB cream or the moisturizing foundation. I wear the shade medium in both, and y'all, to me, they're the same thing. I don't think there is a difference between the two. As far as I can tell, the ingredients are exactly the same. So it doesn't really matter which one. If you like one, you will like the other. So last year I turned one of my coworkers onto this foundation. She really, really liked it after watching one of my videos, and she really, really liked it. I think she bought several of them throughout the year. Of course, you know, she was young, so she's on a budget, but this did really well for her skin. I think she wore the light shade. And I've learned that the medium shade is perfect for me year-round. So now for powder, another super easy thing to find is the LA Colors pressed powder. I like to wear Nude. They've got a few shades, and I'm just gonna take a brush. I've been using this brush for my powder. It's something a Dollar Diva sent me. She sent me a whole brush kit, and they're all white like this, so you'll see me using them. And there's a ton of them. I've got, I don't know, it's probably a 20-piece kit or a 15-piece kit or something like that. It was huge. I don't really want to bake my skin today. I'm just going to apply this to get rid of some of the shine. And this is a fairly easy, and I find this to be easy. And sometimes people have a hard time closing them. See, it's a little weird. If you try to close it, what I find is you pull that forward and it will snap into place. Just a little tip, because I think that's a flaw with these little containers. So now our blush, bronzer, and highlighter are all super easy to find at Dollar Tree. This is just the little LA Colors blush. They've got 2 shades. This is the shade Bronze. It's a little shimmery, nothing too crazy, in my opinion. I'm just gonna take a big brush and get a little glow. Love the matte bronzer as well, of course. That's like one of my favorites. I think these are a little easier to find, though. There we go, just a nice little glow. Now the blush, this is one of their new shades that they came out with. It's the LA Colors Blush Single. This is in Peony Perfect. And I'm just gonna try not to go overboard. Again, if you are new to this channel, these LA Colors Blush Singles are so good, in my opinion. And they've got a little something for every skin tone. There we go, see, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So now highlighter, again, the LA Colors Conceal and Correct. This is the highlighter shade, super easy to find, and it's really not bad at all. I like to just put a little bit on the back of my hand. Might be a little too much of a white cast if you have like really dark skin, but it's just kind of a pearly white type of a highlighter. Now, if you do have darker skin and you want an easy to find highlight, something I see all the time in my Dollar Tree are the LA Colors highlighters that come in like packaged like the matte bronzer. And they've changed the shade formulation, and they're a little bit better now, I think, for darker skin, as well as their shimmer bronzer. If you have really dark skin, that would be a really nice highlight. You know, of course, better than a bronzer. Usually bronzers, if they're too shimmery, they're not bronze enough. But that could be used as a highlighter if you have really dark skin. See, just a nice highlight. So now we're gonna go back to the eyes. I'm gonna put a little bit of this LA Colors Auto Liner in my waterline. Not the best in the world, but it will get the job done. So now back into that palette, I'm gonna smoke out under my eyes, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and use that shade right there. And tap it off so I don't make a mess. And just smoke out underneath. Very subtle, nothing too crazy. Then I want an inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna go into that lightest pink shimmer right there. Take kind of a tapered brush, pack that on there and spray. That is beautiful. And also take it up just a little bit more. There we go. That's a really nice inner corner highlight. You know I'm picky with my inner corner highlights if you've been with me. So there we go. I think the eye look is done. I'm trying to think if I want to put like a little bit of a shimmer up on the brow bone. I think I might put a little bit of this. Because I got a little bit of a yellow cast under my brows because I used a yellow concealer. So I might just brighten that up a little bit. Yeah. Just a little bit of that highlighter. Not much. Just a little bit. There we go. Just gonna finish off this look very simply. Super easy to find are these LA Colors lip duos. You get a lipstick and a lip gloss. I don't know if I'm gonna use the lipstick. It might just be a little too pink for my taste today. This is in the shade Twinkle. I think I might just use the gloss. I think the gloss, just very simple. See, there's a lipstick and there's the gloss. Just very, very simple. I might even just take a little bit of the lipstick on my finger, just a little tad of it, and just add a little bit of color. Just in a very unassuming way. add a little pink flush. There's all kinds of things you can do with makeup, you guys. Like, seriously. There is no right or wrong. Some people will tell you there is, but there's not. It's only makeup. So I'm gonna go in some of this gloss. This gloss tastes like circus peanuts. And this is probably not gonna be the most long-lasting gloss, but you know, we're used to reapplying our gloss. You know, lipstick, you can have stuff that's super long-lasting, but I read that generally glosses, it's hard to make glosses like super long-lasting. So there we go. Just a very nice, soft, pink makeup look using makeup from the Dollar Tree that is really pretty easy to find. None of the fancy stuff that comes in and goes out or never comes to the Dollar Tree. So I do love to do these types of videos every now and again to show you what you can get using some of the easier to find products. Of course, comment down below. You know, I love talking to you all. Let me know, as always, which of these products you like. And also, if you've been seeing anything fun at your Dollar Tree, you know I enjoy talking to you all. And I know, and you guys often turn me on to stuff that I'm not aware of. So like I said, you know I love talking to you all. Definitely check out my related content down below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.